Hi guys, thanks for tuning in today. I'd like to show you a little bit of work I've done on this 93 Jeep Wrangler YJ. She runs really strong, great engine. Only problem is the rear shock mounts are blown out and it's real dirty. It's got about 140,000 miles on it, but a lot of those miles are tow miles because the guy only took it out to the desert and rode it out there. That's why it's so dirty. I got a steal of a deal on this thing, so I'm going to do some work to it and try to make it look nice. So after a very bouncy ride, I got her back to the shop and started working on it. First thing I did was remove the top, put some plastic over the dashboard, and pressure wash the entire vehicle. Probably washed out about 10 pounds worth of sand. I removed the seats and all the hardware, and as you can see in this picture, the shock absorbers are still laying there in the bed of the vehicle, and you can see the shock mounts are still mounted to the end of the shocks where they broke off. You can also see here that there are holes underneath the seats where the hardware from the seats are pressing through, so I'm going to fabricate some steel plates and cover those up. Now that the inside's completely pressure washed out, it's time to remove the roll bars. Some of the screws are nearly fused together from being out in the desert so long, and as you can see here, I broke one of my bits just trying to get one of the screws loose. I'll have to wait till I get a replacement bit, so I'm going to continue working on the inside, and I'll scuff the entire interior of the vehicle so I can adhere Herculiner to it. I scuffed the interior with a wire wheel attached to my grinder. When I returned the following morning, I didn't have a helper, so I used the forklift to lift the top off the vehicle. Lifting the top off is definitely a two-man job, so I used a strap and some wood and got it off the forklift. Then, of course, since I had a replacement bit to get the screws out, I also used the forklift to lift off the roll bars. Now it's time to apply the Herculiner, and I suggest you definitely listen to the instructions. There's a video you can watch on Herculiner's website. Keep stirring the product to keep the little rubber pellets evenly distributed through the product. This will give you nice even coats, and I definitely suggest applying thin coats and doing multiple coats as opposed to trying to do one thick coat. The next step was cleaning up the dashboard, and of course I use Armorall, which is the best product in the world for cleaning up plastic parts. Then I opened the glove box and I found the coolest thing ever. I found the original cigarette lighter. How cool is that? Then using soap and a scrub brush, I scrubbed the original vinyl seats and then soaked them in Armorall. Now they look like new. Then came the side steps. No easy task.
All right, so like an hour later, I got the side step off. It's like 4 bolts and a couple of like 6 bolts. Like an hour to get that sumbitch off. Mercy.
Next step, welding back on the shock mounts. Apparently this is a pretty common problem because I've seen a lot of guys online repairing this problem as well. And since we're welding, I figure we'll fab up a new bumper. Then after some buffing and polishing, I went out and got some wheels, some original Jeep wheels with some big old knobby tires. And I put the fenders back on and the side steps, and she's ready to roll. Another project in the books, and it's time for a cold one. See y'all next time.